I'm Wendy Rutledge, and this is Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. Here's what's ahead on this week's news. Candidates for the only open seat on the Palm Beach Town Council speak out at our special candidates forum. You will hear from both. The standoff has been called off, how the controversy over beach renourishment at Sloan's Curve has been resolved, and the project is now back on track. Traffic headaches abound. What town leaders want to do about it. It's ugly and it's a fake. We'll tell you why it's here. And this elderly vessel is headed for the grave. What's in store for the grand celebration? Plus this week's Word on Wellness. It's all coming up next on Palm Beach TV. This week, the candidates for the only open seat on the Palm Beach Town Council participated in a very lively candidates forum sponsored by the Palm Beach Civic Association. Here now is a clip from that forum, which you can watch in full on our website.
Why are you more qualified to serve the residents of Palm Beach with a seat on the town council than your opponent?
I would say that my life experience, my personal and professional life, makes me more qualified. I believe that as a small business owner, I understand the challenges that the small businesses are having right now. I believe that there's a paradigm shift globally, and we need new innovative solutions.
I'm the best qualified candidate because it comes down to my record of service to this community. I've volunteered 11 years of my time directly in the town government. And through that process, learned a ton about the issues facing the town. Sitting through hours and hours of town council meetings, I won't require on-the-job training. I'm aware of the issues facing our community and the issues before the town council.
Though it is coming right down to the wire, facing a May 1st deadline to have the beach renourishment project at Sloan's Curve completed so the town does not lose a $10 million grant, we are very happy to report that the town and condo opponents living along that stretch have reached an agreement, and the project has gotten the green light. This standoff between the two Sloan's Curve condos along South County Road and the town has already cost project crews about 50 days of planned sand renourishment, which was to begin back in January. Now the town is scrambling to pull contractors in on this project so the May 1 deadline can be met. Town engineers say they will be providing a full report on how they plan to accelerate this nourishment project and meet the looming deadline at next week's town council meeting. High demand and those northeastern snowstorms have conspired to really slow down the delivery of vaccines to the state of Florida.
The majority of the vaccine is going into the Publix marketplace. Publix has been doing a great job. They've vaccinated a lot of people, and we're very thankful for that. We would like to be able to do more on the fire rescue side, but again, it's a supply issue. We don't have the supply, therefore we can't do it. And so we have a lot of people on a wait list. We're hopeful to get to them, but we just don't see any new vaccine coming to us, at least for the next 2 or 3 weeks at this point.
Is your advice still to go to Publix for those people on that waiting list?
Yeah, so I would urge people to get a vaccine whenever and wherever they can. And right now, Publix appears to be the best option here in Palm Beach County.
So although vaccines will not be readily available on the island for a couple of weeks, the strike team, which is part of Palm Beach Fire Rescue, will be administering vaccines to homebound veterans.
We will go in the home. We will do vaccinations roughly a 13-hour day. It starts about 7 in the morning and it finishes when our vaccines are done, when we used every dose in the vial.
There are homebound people in Palm Beach. There are homebound people all throughout Palm Beach County who can't get out of their homes to go get a vaccine. Yet they have a lot of people come through their homes providing healthcare services to them, putting them at great risk. And we feel that we're perfectly suited to help that group.
Do you find yourself with a vice grip on the steering wheel or perhaps gritting your teeth as you try to wade through the thick island traffic during season? Well, your town leaders know all about this and really read your frustration on this problem and are trying to address it head on.
Interestingly enough, we've looked at the figures, and it's a little surprising on what are the major traffic causers. Number one is the beach traffic. All those 100-yard blocks are chock full with people who are coming over here from the other side of the island to use the beaches. The second major traffic or parking causer is the valet operations from the restaurants. And the third is retail. Most people feel it's retail, but retail actually ranks number 3 behind those other two.
I understand that the traffic coming across the ridge to go to the beach has accelerated and increased because of COVID-19 and the desire for this beautiful fresh air.
Right.
What do you do about that?
Well, I mean, we cannot be a gated community. I think there are a few who might like to see that happen, but that is not possible in today's world, and with all of the reciprocal arrangements that the town of Palm Beach has with its with other public organizations. So we have to do what we're doing, which is to find a way to dilute and spread the impacts as best we can.
This thing right here is clearly an eyesore, and it's actually meant to be. That's because this very realistic looking metal box is actually a fake transformer, which is the power supply needed by the undergrounding project to bury those power lines. As I'm sure you've heard over the past few years, homeowners reluctant to sign easements granting permission to put one of these on their property have caused the town undergrounding effort some very expensive delays in the millions. This NIMBY, or Not in My Backyard resistance, led town engineers to get creative. They came up with this idea: show them exactly just how conspicuous and obtrusive a transformer would look in a public space instead of neatly hidden by landscaping on private property.
We're demonstrating that, one, if you have a place, we'll accept that easement. We're more than glad to try to tuck it away and hide it. But two, this is what it's going to look like, and we're going to landscape around it. And this helps us to achieve undergrounding, remove the poles and the lines in the backyard. It increases the reliability significantly. If you go up north and you talk to the people that have undergrounding in place, they'll tell you it increases reliability incredibly. Aesthetically, there could be an argument that this is not as bad as all the poles running and the wires running. And safety-wise, we were having a fire week because of the transformers and the vegetation in the rear yard, and this is much safer.
So the public is going to get used to this by what you've done here.
Yes.
Looking out at the port from the north end of the island, residents used to see a lot of old model cruise ships spewing black smoke. Well, one of them, the Grand Celebration, is polluting no more. It's headed for the scrap heap. The Palm Beach Civic Association has long advocated for greater enforcement of laws governing cruise ship emissions and did win the attention and pledged to monitor pollution by the U.S. Coast Guard. Meantime, Port of Palm Beach and Peanut Island committee member Keith Beatty has this to say about the demise of the Grand Celebration.
Well, it's certainly not a bad thing. It was a economic burden for the company that owned the business, and as a result, because of that, it sat in the port many days when it should have been sailing if it was doing what it was supposed to be doing. And as a consequence, as you know from prior meetings about this topic, we had a lot of pollution. The smokestacks just sitting there with the engines running and spewing black smoke out of it.
What is your best vision for the use of this port, which would kind of, diminish the chance of pollution, but yet keep it economically viable?
Well, the very best tenant in the port is a company called Tropical Shipping, and they are a container shipping company that ships primarily to the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
Tropical operates newer, cleaner ships.
They have just acquired, as I understand it, 3 new ships in the last couple of years. So as they acquire new equipment, it is meeting all the new standards that are imposed on the shipping industry. So yes, they are more likely to be operating a clean operation.
It's time again for WOW. That's our word on wellness. So let's go to Healthcare Committee member Nikki McDonald now for this week's tip.
Thank you, Wendy. Today we're going to talk about pickleball. What is pickleball? Pickleball is one of the fastest growing games in America today. It's a combination of tennis, ping pong, and badminton. And we're at the rec center with Mark Bresnahan, who's head of the rec center.
It really is. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the country right now. And it's going like wildfire, and we're getting a lot of demand for pickleball, and people are asking about courts and that sort of thing. So,
And Mark, where can you play at the rec center?
so actually we have 2 courts inside the field house right here. So we're standing on one, and there we have another one on the other side of the field house. And we also have a court outside as well.
If somebody wanted to play, do they have to be a member of the rec center? And how would they sign up to play?
So pickleball is open to residents and non-residents. So as far as reserving an indoor court, that does require that you do make a reservation. The outdoor court is first come, first serve, and that's available Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 to 12:30, and that's just free. It's so easy to pick up the sport. People that really come and play pickleball, you learn it in an hour lesson, and then you're good to go.
So there's someone here that can give someone who doesn't know how to play a lesson.
Yes, absolutely. Just go ahead and give us a call to get the lesson or to make a reservation. 838-5485.
Thank you so much. And come on over to the rec center and learn how to play pickleball.
The election is Tuesday, March 9th, so please go to our website and watch the candidates forum. It is posted there. If you are not a member of the Palm Beach Civic Association, we hope that you will join the organization. And if you are a member, we thank you and we hope you renew. So thank you again for watching Palm Beach TV. We will see you next week, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association, where membership matters.